I've taught this class several times, and some people will say, hey, are you afraid that AI is going to take our business? Is it going to take our job? In my opinion, I don't think so. I think it's going to help your business, but you will lose business to someone that's using AI. So it's definitely something that's here to stay. It's something you utilize. It's great for personal, great for business. So that's what. Now this class is all focused for realtors. Okay. So I didn't create a class for insurance, but you're familiar with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Okay. And so obviously, thank you for coming. Thank you, Brian, for having me here. So again, value proposition. As a realtor, as a lender, you have to ask yourself, what is your value proposition? Why is someone going to work with Amar versus Brian? What is your value prop? And like I mentioned, as a lender, this is my value prop because I already know that I can do loans well. I already know I can close on time. I already know that my rates are very, very competitive. I already know the value prop that I provide to your buyers. But as a lender to realtor, what's my value prop? How do I help you with your business? A lot of realtors will say, I wish I could work with a lender that provides me leads. I wish I could work with a lender that can do A, B, C. And so that's what spawned all of these classes. So an analogy that I give is, in the Dakotas, who watches Yellowstone? Anybody watch that show? Sometime, kind of. So in the Dakotas, Montana, Wyoming, in those areas, it is not uncommon to see buffalo and cows roaming together. It is not uncommon. Okay. Now the fundamental difference, though, is when a storm is coming, buffaloes go towards the storm, cows go away from the storm. And you might wonder why. Now, we don't know what the animals are thinking, right? But one could speculate that cows are going away from the storm because they're trying to get away from it. Buffaloes are going towards the storm. The irony is who's in the storm less amount of time? The buffaloes are in the storm the least amount of time because they're going towards it. The cows that are going away from it, the storm just follows them. Okay, they're in the storm a much longer period of time. And so the analogy that I give here is, in business, you need to be a buffalo. It is tough. The last couple of years in this business has been tough. It has been really, really hard. Now, there are some people that are buffaloes and they go towards the storm. They do. And then there's others that go away from it and they're doom and gloom and they're not doing any work and they're not utilizing tomorrow's strategies in today's market. So that's the analogy that I encourage you to ask yourself is, what type of person are you when the storm comes? Because the last 2 years have been really tough. It has been really, really tough. So I hope you guys are all buffaloes in here. Okay? So let's go here. Okay, so I think all of you guys know what ChatGPT is. Sometimes I teach this class and they've heard of it, but they don't know what it is. So, why does it matter? Obviously, it gives us information at our fingertips very, very fast. It can analyze and scrub through the entire internet in seconds and get us what we need. So, and then GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. I don't think I'll ever remember that, but that's what GPT stands for. So, like we talked about, it's an artificial chatbot. It's AI. It's AI. And it really is and can be your virtual assistant. It will save you on costs. If any of you have ever had an assistant, obviously there's wages and payroll tax and Social Security. There's a lot of expenses involved and liability with having a real person employee. So ChatGPT can help minimize all of that. And it's all at your fingertips, on your computer, on your phone. So rapid fire, anybody can shout it out. So how many weekly active users do you think are on ChatGPT? What do you guys think?
It's got to be millions.
On a weekly basis, how many do you guys think?
U.S. or worldwide?
Worldwide.
Worldwide. Yeah, millions. In the millions.
Millions?
1.2 billion.
100 million per week.
100 million per week.
100 million per week active users using ChatGPT, and obviously that's going to grow. Okay. My batteries must be dying. How many monthly users are on ChatGPT? So we just talked about weekly.
450 million.
How many monthly? So 450 million? 180. 180 million active monthly users. How long did it take ChatGPT to gain 1 million users? What do you guys think? How long did it take to get its first 1 million?
5 days.
5 days? Pretty close. I think that's right.
That is-
5 days. Yeah. So in 5 days, ChatGPT went from 0 to 1 million in 5 days. Really, really fast. What percentage of Fortune 500 companies, so the top 500 companies in the world, what percentage of them are using ChatGPT?
I'd say 70%.
92%. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. And so that just shows the value. If the top 500 companies in the world are using ChatGPT, there's value there, and it's here to stay. Okay. Anybody know where their headquarters is?
San Jose.
If you had to guess, San Jose.
Like,
San
I'm
Jose.
from the tech
Very
company.
close.
Yeah.
Very close.
Palo Alto.
San Francisco. That's where ChatGPT's headquarters is. That's where a lot of stuff, Silicon Valley, right?
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, Facebook, a lot of stuff's been created there. Okay, so here's what you can expect today. I don't expect us to be together an hour. It's a much smaller group. But Q&A, obviously, definitely my classes are collaborative. We're going to learn how ChatGPT got so smart, what it can do for you, and then 7 prompts that you can use today as a realtor. Okay? Now, obviously, I'm sure you guys have learned prompts for your business as well. So, any questions at all before we hop on the content?
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
sir.
So the Fortune 500 companies, how are they using ChatGPT? Is it some sort of software they're putting into?
It's endless, and I can only guess. But I'm sure on a small level.
Phone as well, or they're implementing
Oh yeah.
software to that.
Well, and I'm sure their tech companies, their tech departments are utilizing ChatGPT for website design, for infrastructure, for many things, for writing out manuals, HR manuals, for all kinds of things. All kinds of things. It really is endless. It really is endless.
So you know how there's an app on the phone.
Mhm.
Does it also have an app for the computer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's where you have to sign up. You
You
sign up.
probably do more on the computer than the phone, right?
It's accessing the same internet. So, I primarily use it on my desktop when I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
I will use it on my phone, but I'm way more productive on my desktop for things that I need to do. But it's designed for both your mobile and your desktop,
Okay.
and you're using the same credentials, to log into your account. But those tech companies are using it for all kinds of things. But I would be guessing. Yes, sir. So, okay. So, how did ChatGPT get so smart? Anybody know who that is?
CEO, probably?
CEO. Do you know what his name is? No. That's Sam Altman. So he's the CEO of AI. Okay, OpenAI. That's his company. He is the CEO of ChatGPT. They're utilizing OpenAI's technology through ChatGPT. Now, he didn't do it by himself. He also worked with, you guys know some of these names, right? Elon Musk, Jessica Livingston, Peter Thiel, founder of PayPal, Microsoft, Amazon, Infosys. So some of the top companies in the world are a part of this. Okay, so here's our CEO. Here are the co-founders. So some of the top, geniuses, right? Geniuses are a part of this platform. So not that I don't think anybody's ever questioned the legitimacy of ChatGPT, but these are the brains behind it. Okay. So OpenAI, so you remember that's Sam Altman's technology. OpenAI, they use a data set called Common Crawl. So just think of it like these little creepy crawly things. They're crawling all over the internet in milliseconds, looking for whatever data that you're asking ChatGPT to find for you. Okay? They go through billions of web pages in seconds. They go through the entire internet. So when they created ChatGPT, they used Wikipedia for all this information. So 58 million pages, obviously millions and millions of news articles, and then 30 marketing books. All those geniuses that I showed you before, they got together and they decided what are the most influential 30 most influential marketing books that we can implement into ChatGPT. And that's why 92% of the Fortune 500 companies are using ChatGPT, because it's all based and created off this information. Does that make sense? Okay. So If you would like a list of the 30 marketing books that ChatGPT was trained with, if you would like that list, you guys can follow me, Central Valley Strong. That's where you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. On Facebook, I'm under my name, Daniel Sosa. Instagram, Central Valley Strong. Just send me a DM. Just send me a DM. I'll get you the list of the 30 marketing books that they use. Because some of us are readers. Who are readers? Or audio readers, right? I've purchased some of the books on audio. I listen to them while I walk. They're amazing. They're great. They're really, really good. So I have that list of those 30 books. So just send me a DM and I'll get that to you. Okay, so what do you guys think? All right, so like we talked about. So ChatGPT, it took them 5 days to get its first 1 million users. It took Netflix 3.5 years to get 1 million. Facebook took them 10 months, Spotify 5 months, Instagram 2.5 months, ChatGPT 5 days. Very, very fast, very influential, very powerful. So to get 100 million users, Netflix took 10 years, Gmail 5 years, Twitter 5 years, Facebook 4.5 years, Instagram 2.5 years, TikTok 9 months. How long do you think it took ChatGPT to get its first 100 million users?
23 days.
23 days. 2 months. 60 days. Not bad though. Not bad. 60 days. Crazy. Crazy how fast people got on board. Okay, so ChatGPT, I think everybody uses it in this room. If you don't, that's the website, chat.openai.com. It's a free service. I have a paid service too, but free service, you guys can do everything that you need to do for free. It doesn't cost any money. Okay? The paid service is like $20 a month. And then you save money if you pay annually. Okay? Now they have a new one now. It's the GPT-4 up there. That's the most current one. Okay, so like I mentioned to you before, ChatGPT can literally be your marketing assistant for you. It can write property listings for you. It can improve your emails and texts. That's a big one for me. I tend to be redundant with what I say. I'll say sometimes I use the same word frequently. So there's a lot of times that I'll write what I need to write, and then I'll copy paste it into ChatGPT just for it to clean it up for me. Just to grammatically get it correct, make it more concise, not so wordy. I used to be a teacher. I went to UOP and I taught for 6 years, so I think it's the teacher in me to just be extra wordy, and I don't need to be. So ChatGPT can really clean things up for me. And so that can really help you, especially, and I'll get to that, but it can help you with responses as well, responding to your sellers, responding to people. Hey, how would I respond to this? I've literally copied and pasted somebody's email, put it in there and go, how should I respond to this? Because what I really want to say, and so ChatGPT helps me with that. Content creation, video, and post ideas. Most of you, I'm just meeting for the first time, so we're not connected on social. I do a lot of videos. I do a lot of content. I'm on a TV show. I need help with that, especially on the TV show that I'm on. It's called The American Dream, and I highlight my community, and I highlight business owners, and I get realtors on my show. I'm in charge of the content and the scripting and all of that, and I use ChatGPT to help me with that. Okay. Creating email social media campaigns. How many of you are loving on your past database? You guys reach out to your database. You can ask ChatGPT, write me a 6-month campaign, for my past database, and it will. It's awesome. Video and TV scripts, like I talked about, I use that a lot. Ideas and research, same thing. Video topics. Give me 50 different video topics on ABC, and then it'll give me video topics. I use it for personal. I have a lot of fun with the personal stuff. My son, he's going to be 12. He's really into cooking right now. He has a ball out of grabbing ingredients from the pantry, and then he'll type into ChatGPT what those ingredients are, and then he asks ChatGPT to give him a recipe based on these funky ingredients, and he has a blast. And he learned how to make a cake through our rice pot. And we were like, yeah. And we didn't want to try it, but it was actually really good. And so ChatGPT gave him a recipe on making a cake in a rice pot, And so sometimes he pulls out off the wall stuff. We're like, dude, I'm not trying that. But ChatGPT will do that for you. It'll do that. You're like, hey, I got mustard, I got breadcrumbs, I got this. Give me a recipe. and it'll do it. I've done it for vacations that we've gone on where I'm like, hey, I'm going to be here for 3 days. Write me itinerary for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Include this. Include restaurants for adults only. You get real granular, and then in seconds you have a whole itinerary for a place you've never been to, and it tells you this restaurant, this address, go to this museum, go here, go there. It's awesome. It's awesome because you get it in seconds. What's that?
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that. I was like,
What's next week? Where are you going?
We're going to Texas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, where is Austin?
Austin.
Yeah. So like I've never been to Austin.
Yeah.
I know Austin a little bit. Like for me, I'm a Joe Rogan fan. I would definitely want to go to the mothership. Hopefully I could see a show while I'm there. But I would know nothing about restaurants.
Yeah.
So we'll test that out here today. Okay, so 7 prompts for realtors. So every class that I teach, I want you guys to walk away with tangible information, stuff that's ready for you right now. I've been to many things like this. You're excited, you're cool, you get in your car, and then what happens? You don't do anything. Okay, I'm guilty of that too. So every class I teach, I want you walking away with stuff that you can use immediately. So prompt number 1, the biggest thing with ChatGPT is you don't ask ChatGPT questions. ChatGPT is intuitive, but it's still early. It's still a babe. Think of it like a baby. Asking it questions confuses it. You won't get clear, concise responses or as accurate responses as you're looking for. So you command it. You command it instead of asking it. So the analogy I say is just talk to it like you're talking to your spouse, or like my wife talking to me. She don't ask me. She just says, do this, right? So just command it. Act as a real estate agent. So I'm telling ChatGPT, act as a real estate agent. Write a great property description for a 5-bedroom home located at 123 Easy Street with a huge backyard and original wood floors. So I'm giving it specifics, okay? Giving it specifics. Within seconds, this is what I got. Okay, so if we go back, I'm telling it to act like a realtor, write a description, I'm telling it how many bedrooms, and I'm telling it where it is. And I'm telling it that there's a backyard and wood floors. I want it to include that in my description. So within seconds, this is what I got. And so now, from there, you can embed your own DNA. Some people just copy and paste and go. I'm experienced enough now in ChatGPT, I can tell when someone's using it. I can tell. Can you tell?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can tell when someone's using it. One, if you really know the person, I know they don't talk like that. In real life, they don't talk like that. Okay? But if it were me, I would say, okay, cool, this is a good foundation for me. Now I'm going to embed my DNA. I'm going to embed my DNA because I'm writing this. This is just my assistant helping me, right? It's no different than you had a real life assistant. And if you told that person, hey, write me this description, I wouldn't just say, okay, cool, thanks, and then send it out to the world. I would look at it, okay? So I would encourage you to do that. And it continued on. So ChatGPT will just word vomit for you. And what's cool there is you can then go back to ChatGPT and say, shorten this up. Shorten this, and then you can command it again. Because maybe that's too long for you. Maybe that's way too much. Okay, prompt number 2. Write 3 short, attention-grabbing, and interesting bios for my realtor business profile. Use a friendly and engaging tone for my customers to read. My name is Brian Halstead. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams in Modesto, and I have 21 years of experience. So now I'm getting more specific. The more specific, the better, right? And so I asked for 3 different ones. So number 1, bam, gives me a bio right there. A lot of us are paralyzed with things that we need to do. Some of us haven't written our bios. Some of us haven't done our website. Some of us, there's a lot of things that we haven't done because we don't know what to say. We don't know how to say it. A million reasons why we're not doing it. This can be your friend, for sure. And it can economize on your time. So that's number 1. This is example number 2. And so when I prompted ChatGPT, I put in my name, 17 years experience, etc. So it puts it all in there for me. Number 3. So now I have 3 different bio examples for my website or whatever it is, my blog or whatever I'm doing. And if you don't like any of them, you can tell Chat, you're not going to hurt its feelings. You can say, give me 5 more, give me 10 more, give me 15 more, or whatever. Prompt number 3, act like a realtor. Create a social media post highlighting the benefits of living in ABC location. For a post promoting the local area, the content should be interesting enough to encourage prospective buyers to inquire about my realtor business's available listings. Include emojis, relevant hashtags, and my contact information. So again, I'm getting more and more granular. I want emojis, I want hashtags, I want this information. And this is what I needed to say, and this is my goal. And so, bam, gives me all that information. It gives me the popular hashtags, all my contact info. If I have to manually do all this, this takes a lot of time, especially with the emojis. That takes a lot of time, okay? ChatGPT will give it to you in a heartbeat, just like that. But again, embed your DNA, because I can spot out somebody that uses it right away, especially when there's a ton of emojis. Because ChatGPT likes emojis for some reason. They really get emoji happy. Prompt number 4, act as a realtor. Create a social media post with 5 tips for first-time home buyers. A lot of us want to do social media, but we don't know what to say. This is so easy to get topics. And so, bam, gives me my tips. 5 essential tips for your home buying journey. It includes emojis, sets it all up for me, and it includes the hashtags. Prompt number 5, act like a realtor. Write a thank you note for a customer that recently sold their lakefront home in Lodi with us at XYZ Realty. How many of you guys send out thank you notes? Handwritten cards. A lot of us, sometimes it gets redundant, right? You want to do more than just, thank you or whatever. You're like, okay, what can I say here? What can I say? So, yeah, hope this message finds you well. Wanted to take a moment, express my gratitude, etc. Working with you has been an absolute pleasure. Your home, etc. Right? I don't need to read the whole thing, but I can get a thank you note, and you can use that for insurance business. It's endless. It's endless. Number 6, develop 10 taglines for my real estate business that effectively convey my mission and inspire others to become a part of it. Taglines should be short and snappy. Okay, so any of you guys use taglines for your business? The one that I'll never forget, did anybody know Lance McCann, realtor?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can with Lance McCann. Okay, that's his tagline. Okay, there are realtors that they want a tagline. Okay, well, great. Well, let's ask ChatGPT. I told it to give me 10. I could have asked it to give me 100. Okay, same thing for insurance. Give me a tagline for insurance. This is what I do. Here's my name. Here's my company. Give me a tagline. And so, bam, there's 10 right there. And again, you could say, give me 50. Prompt number 7. Write a 500-word post about when and why you should get pre-approved for a mortgage before starting to shop for a house. Make it fun and casual. Follow SEO best practices. Because my mindset here is I want people to find this post. I want to follow SEO practices so that when someone is Googling mortgage broker or whatever, when they're Googling the most popular phrases, I want them to find that post. So I want to incorporate those phrases in my post. So same thing for you guys, okay? And so I told it to give me a 500-word post. So it's going to give me 500. You can be that specific. Write me 100 words. Write me 250 words. Whatever the case might be. And so it's including SEO words in here that people are typing in when they Google search. And so this gave me 3 slides of all that information. 4 slides, I'm sorry. Keywords for SEO. Pre-approval, mortgage, house hunting, home buying journey, real estate, dream home. This is what people are typing in Google right now. They're not typing Daniel Sosa, Central Valley Mortgage Group. They're typing house hunting. They're typing pre-approval. So I am incorporating those words in my post. so people will find me. Does that make sense?
That's a great idea, because what I do before I write some things is I do top 10 keywords for real estate agent in Lodi, you know? And so you don't have to do keywords, you don't have to do that before, and then I'll say, use the above keywords in a post for this.
Yeah.
So you just, that's good, right?
Yeah.
Doing the SEO.
So when you are commanding ChatGPT, come on.
It's not.
So when you're doing that in the future, write a post about ABC, make it fun, follow SEO best practices.
Great idea.
That way it includes it. Does this make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so like I mentioned before, commands are better than questions to get specific responses. So you don't ask it questions, you tell it. You tell it what you need. Write me a recipe. Write me a post. Give me this. Just talk to it like it's a person, but don't ask. Don't ask, because sometimes ChatGPT will try. It's hard for it to interpret questions, so you may not get a concise response. Tell it what to do versus asking it what to do. ChatGPT is conversational, meaning you can give it a command and then you can edit the request to get a different response. So when you're in ChatGPT, you guys probably know this, you'll put in your original request. Then it'll give you a response. You can continue to refine and command it more things pertaining to that original request, okay? And then later, and then if you're gonna start a new request on something totally different, start a new chat. Start a new chat. Because down the road, let's say 4 days from now, and you're like, oh, I wanna go back to when I asked it to get that recipe for me, I wanna go back, it'll keep a library of all of your requests. So then you can go back to and it'll show right there, okay, recipe, cool. Now I can easily find that chat. Because if you include everything all in one thing, if I ask it to give me a recipe and then I switch to asking it to write me a post about real estate, and then I ask it to do whatever, and then I want to go find it, it's going to be really hard to find it because it's all incorporated into one long conversation. Does that make sense? Okay. Using ChatGPT is almost like having a brain with access to all the information on the internet at your fingertips. It really is. It's really, really fast, very, very beneficial. I want to respect your guys' time. Most of you use ChatGPT, but I do leave time for us to do things live here where we'll ask it questions so you can see how it responds. So for those of you interested in doing that, we can definitely do that. But for those of you that, obviously I want to respect your time. But we've had fun in the past where literally I've had agents go, look, I've got a seller, won't reduce the price. I don't know how to get through to the seller. What do I say? Literally go in there, ask it, hey, give me a response on what to say to a seller about reducing the price, and then bam, gives me suggestions. So there's a lot of things that we could do there. Let me go back. One of the other things about ChatGPT, so the free version, ChatGPT was created it was released in 2022. So the free version that we're all using, it accesses information up to 2022. Doesn't go beyond that. So the paid version gets you everything, any information up to date today, okay? So when you're asking very generic things like I showed you, you don't need the paid version for that. You don't. But if I ask ChatGPT, if I'm using a free version, asking ChatGPT how to explain the new NAR settlement that's coming on August 17th, ChatGPT is not going to be able to answer that for you because it only goes up to 2022, the free version. Okay, you'd have to do the paid version to help you with that. But it's not crazy. It's $20 a month. It's not crazy. But you can do so much with the free version. For everything we've talked about, you guys are fine. You guys are really fine. Getting recipes for your kids, you're fine. But be careful. Be careful. Okay? So, did you guys learn something new today?
Yeah.
Okay. So, for those prompts, obviously, for those that want them, I can stick around. You can take screenshots of the prompts so that you guys have a framework of how to ask or command ChatGPT for your real estate business. I can stick around for that. And then if anybody wants to do ChatGPT live together, we can do that together as well. What questions do you have about what we covered today? Anything? The free version, the paid version, you know the difference now, okay? The free version only goes up to 2022, all right? Yes.
Yeah, see, the thing about, I think the productivity coaching needs to be emphasized a little bit more, because actually, you know, me and Norma are the rainmakers of our team. And you know, so we put that out there. But as productivity coach, I don't think there's as much put out there that she is actually a team leader and a team builder. Okay, her team may be for 3 transactions and then they move on. But it's very important for people to understand that they're joining a team with how many people are in your team?
35.
Yeah, 35 people. And she's the head of it. She's the one that causes them to be in production quicker than most agents are.
So
Okay?
you're helping agents, you're teaching them how to be more productive?
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, how to start production.
Yeah.
She's the start of their whole career. And you know, so you could use ChatGPT to emphasize a lot of that stuff. Like I use ChatGPT when I did your description on your video. You know, her agents agents that are under her are responsible for 50% of the business out of that office. That's impressive. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you need to. I think you really need to go forward with that and put that out there, because it's a source of pride. And even though I know you don't like to brag about yourself a lot, you got to, you know, because you're doing great things for people.
Yeah. I mean, with them, I kind of like to I work individually with each and every one of them, because everybody's so different. Everybody has different schedules. Everybody has different, you know, goals. So with them, I kind of just do it individually to see what best fits them. So as far as like, maybe like, I mean, farming, they, you know, they can do whatever they want. Like, they could put whatever they want on their cards or on their, you know, flyers that they send out, door hangers, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and the reason why I ask these questions is because I teach multiple classes. This is the first one that I teach, because each class builds on the next. Right. So we start with ChatGPT, and like I said, you guys learned how ChatGPT got so smart. You learn how to use the prompts to get the output you want. So what's next? Okay. So I firmly believe today is always the most productive day of your week. One of my mottos, one of my taglines is no realtor left behind. I really, really pride myself, and I'm focused on helping realtors grow their business, because mine inherently grows too. Make no mistake, I'm not a marketer. I know just enough to be dangerous, right? I'm a loan broker. I want your buyers, right? This is the value prop that I provide. So the first class, ChatGPT. So again, if you want that book of the 30, or if you want that list, send me a message. I also have a 185-page guide of prompts that you guys can use for all facets of business. So again, send me a message. I can send you that too. My next class is how to rank on Google #1 in 24 hours. That is a productive class, collaborative class. Can't do it online.
I want to do that.
So that is something that we just talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, that's 2 weeks from today, right?
Yeah, so we don't have a date yet, but that's not going to benefit the people on the screen. That because we're going to do and on YouTube. This class will not benefit them, because we actually have to do it together. We will like create these videos together. I will teach you how to upload them, show you, because there's a right way to do it, because Google will not reward you if you do it incorrectly. Okay, and so that is collaborative. We need to be in person for that. That's a really, really good class. It's a really good class. The number 3, how to game social media to get more interactions. I teach you the strategies, the techniques that I use to get more eyeballs on me and my posts and interactions and all of that. Class number 4, 5 ways to break into video marketing. Teach you what I'm doing, what equipment I'm using, Number 5, learn how to sell any listing or open house on Facebook and Instagram. This has been great. This has been really, really big. So, in the last 2 months, the realtors that I partner with, they've spent $1,325 on social media ads, creating different ads, open house ads, new listings, price reductions, investor specials. I'm creating these ads, putting them on social media for them. They've spent this much money. How many leads do you think we've got? Because for those of you who've used Zillow, Realtor.com, it's expensive. It's really, really expensive. How many leads do you think we've gotten out of this?
Well over 100.
752.
Yeah. See, we did that, and you gotta be ready to work. You gotta be ready to answer
Yeah.
questions.
There's no magic pill.
It's-
This is not a magic pill. This requires work, it requires diligence, it requires phone calls, many phone calls, but it works. I've already closed 4 deals just from this already. $2.5 million in loans. Do the math, do the commissions, it's well worth the ROI. But I've also learned in the last 2 months, we gotta set the expectations correct. We have to have the agreements in place. I had one realtor where I'm like, we're generating all these leads, nothing's converting, what's going on? Oh, I thought you were gonna call the leads and convert them yourself, and then when they're converted, you give them to me. Oh, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Because 99% of these people are expecting a phone call from a realtor. They wanna know information about a house that I know nothing about. I don't have access to MLS. I don't have access to what that bathroom looks like inside. I don't know these things. I need your help. So it turned out to be not a good fit, right? And so, but for the ones that understand and get the metrics and know the work that's involved, this is a wonderful way to fire Zillow, to fire Realtor.com. Average cost per lead with Zillow is $76 per lead. Average cost Realtor.com is about $48 per lead. And they make you sign contracts, and it's a mess. It's a mess. So now I've taken the reins back. I'm creating the leads for my agents. I'm setting them up. I'm posting them. I'm getting them active. All that I ask, the realtor spends the ad spend. They tell me, here's the ad that I want to run. This is when I want to run it. Here's how much I want to spend. All that money goes towards lead gen. And all those leads are instantly texted to them and me. And it's a great, great thing that we're doing together, right? So that's a class that I teach there. But we build on all this first, okay? And then my next class that I'm teaching at the end of this month is retargeting. Anybody use retargeting ads?